All right, we're gonna put our ground beef directly into our greased 9x13. I've got about 1.5 pounds of 80/20 ground beef. Once our meat is pressed down into our pan, we're gonna go ahead and take our gloves off. We're gonna season this bad boy, so we're gonna use a little bit of salt. You want this nicely seasoned. We're gonna use some pepper. And we're gonna add a little bit of garlic powder. We're gonna keep it simple, no Worcestershire sauce, no ketchup, any of that stuff. We're gonna slide this to the side and we're gonna make our special McDonald's style onions. This is a great life hack. We're gonna do about 1 tablespoon of these dehydrated onions and about 1/4 cup of hot water. We're gonna let this sit for about 15 minutes. All right, let's pop these burgers in the 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes. We want it nice and medium because we are gonna cook these again later on, so we don't wanna overdo it. All right, it's been about 15 minutes and our burger patty is done. We have drained the grease and we're gonna go ahead and prep our buns. We're gonna get another 9x13. We're gonna put the bottom half of some Hawaiian rolls down, and these are my favorite rolls for sliders. They are delicious. We're gonna put a nice layer of mustard on the bottom and some cheddar cheese slices. This is my favorite on a burger right there. Now we need to get this meat patty on top, so we're just gonna use a couple spatulas here and carefully transport it, and look at how perfect that is. The size is exactly what we're looking for. We love cheese in this house, so we're gonna go even more cheese on top. We're gonna go with some Kraft singles, and we're gonna bake this again so everything's gonna get nice and melted together. All right, we got our cheese down, and what's a burger without pickles? So we're gonna put just a few pickles on top here. Just gonna go about 6 pickles. And our onions have rehydrated, so we have our minced onions here. I did drain a little bit of the water. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit and just drizzle on top. These are really flavorful, so you don't need a ton, just a few like that. We gotta get our top bun ready, so we're just gonna put a little ketchup on this. Oh, there we go. It's okay if we make a little mess here. Like that, and then put this down, just like that. Now we're gonna put some garlic butter on top. We're gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon of garlic to 2 tablespoons of melted butter and a generous amount of sesame seeds. Just give that a little mix and then brush this on top. We have nice buttery sesame seed buns. It's okay if some of this butter goes down to the cracks or down the side. This is all gonna make a nice golden crust for these burgers. And our oven is still at 350 degrees, so we're gonna pop this in for about 10 to 15 minutes. Come back and have the best sliders you've ever tasted. All right, it's been 15 minutes and our sliders are golden and delicious. That cheese is perfectly melted. And listen to that crust. You're just gonna cut through with a knife and cut through the cheese, through the meat. Make sure it cuts all the way through. And then you cut these individual sliders, and you guys ready to see how good these turned out? If I can get it. There you go. Look at that, you guys. Delicious slider, melted cheese, got the pickle, all the condiments. Let's try it out. That is so good. Restaurant quality. The meat is cooked perfectly. The cheese is melted. These are delicious. You guys have to make these today.
Hey y'all, so I made the Five Guys grilled cheese cheeseburger and it was so good. Here's how I made it. So you want to season your hamburger meat with some garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. And I like to roll mine into a ball so the seasoning can get all inside of it. To a pan, add some oil and you're going to caramelize your onions all the way down. Then once they're done, you're going to add your meat to the pan and smush it all the way down as much as possible. Then you're going to cook that down to however you like it. Go in with your cheese, melt that down. And then you're going to put some mayonnaise on your buns on the bottom and you're going to put them facing down. Then you're going to put the cheese on top of the buns. Then go in with 2 of your meats. That is just some sauce I made along with the caramelized onions. And you're going to put the patty on top backwards and smush it all the way down. And it should look exactly like this. I hope you like it.
A juicy double cheeseburger with a beautiful burger sauce. Simplicity at its finest. Just look at the juices dripping.
That is fucking outstanding.
Screenshot for flavors. Alright, so on a medium heat, you're going to cook off your onions with a little bit of butter, sugar and salt. Then you want to add a little bit of garlic and cook on a low heat until nice and brown. Now this burger sauce is easy and simple. You want to combine mayo, ketchup, white wine vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, minced pickles, your onions, your chives, some mustard and a little bit of smoked paprika. And I'm telling you, you won't look back after having this sauce. Now for the burgers, you want to grab yourself some good fatty mincemeat and portion into 100-gram balls. Then you want to smash your patties on a real high heat and season with salt and pepper. Then add a little mustard and flip after about a minute and a half. Then season once more on top with your cheese and fresh onions. And listen, seasoning please, a good burger only needs salt and pepper. Don't at me, I'm talking straight facts.
Let's make a smash burger. Start in a pan with some oil, onions, and a sprinkle of sugar. Then stir until deeply caramelized. Then we'll air fry some bacon till perfectly crispy. Soft boil a few eggs. Then shape your beef into balls. Smash and season. Now we flip, top with cheese, a second patty, then more cheese, and let it get melty. Nice and cheesy. To assemble, buns, a little lettuce, tomato, pinch of salt, smash patties, bacon, caramelized onions, a poached egg, special sauce, and don't forget the lid. Now that's a good looking smash burger. I think it's time to pop some yolks. Tasting time. No Wagyu needed. Burgers are one of the best foods ever.